our YouTube platform. Welcome everybody. Greetings from Marrakech, the Red City. What is Sufi Talk? Sufi Talk is the last meeting of the day where we exchange information, share questions among the people that have blessed us by being here to learn martial arts, but also questions from the 155 people that have been here at Koom Retreat Center Marrakech for half a day, all the way to 3 months. So yay! And happy Thursday, everybody. And the question of the day that I received from somebody who is interested to come here is, why are martial arts important to live a balanced life? Why are martial arts important to live a balanced life? And I think the best way to answer that is just to define what martial arts are. And we may have done that together at one point or another during your retreat. So martial is everything related to war. And arts, the definition of arts, one definition of it is organization of chaos into a form that elicits emotions to whoever perceives it. So yes, lots of people think that art is always beautiful, but it can be shocking, revolting, disgusting. And the martial arts is the art of war. Is it just something that happens out of nowhere, that has no logic? Or is it born somewhere? Can it grow? Is there a certain condition that can support it? Is there some good behind it? Is it necessary? And can I spot it from far away? Can I spot war from far away? Does it travel? And can I protect myself from it? Two aspects of a martial art. There is external, which is what most people know, and there is internal. So external, a very simple explanation I'd like to give for it. Think about it as using your limbs to change your reality. You go inside your room is a mess, you start cleaning everything with your hands, it looks amazing. 1 week after, same thing again, if not less. External martial arts is hitting to protect yourself from the bad guys. Jogging is external martial arts. Going to work is external martial arts. Things that you do with your body in order to change your reality. And then we have internal martial arts. Internal martial arts is going inside that same room, but instead of using your limbs and going into action, you sit down. And you start looking at every single item. And you try to understand, why is my room in such a mess? What's the reason for it? And when you do that, you may discover some uncomfortable truths. And martial arts are techniques of visualization, meditation, breath work, subtle movements that allow you to change the habit permanently. Now, how efficiently can I change my habits? Well, the counter question to that is, how long did it take you to build that bad habit? Probably something were thoughts, or maybe something to do with survival. Something can be genetic as well. So if you think about how long it took to build a habit, I think we need to give a chance to how long it can take us to correct it. And yes, instant enlightenment, verification, paradigm shifts can occur thanks to the power of thoughts, but on average, it's a matter of practicing. It's like brushing your teeth, right? You don't brush your teeth once a month and you go hardcore, yeah? You brush your teeth morning and evening, and that's where you keep a healthy hygiene. Such as the hygiene you keep for your teeth and your body, same thing happens for your thoughts, your mind, etc., etc. So why are martial arts important to have a balanced life? I do not know for you, but for the few people I had the chance to meet in this limited and beautiful life, when it wants to, it seems that there is always this inner conflict. You know, I wake up in the morning and like wear my glasses, or you know, and I frown, and then I find them and I'm happy, and I'm always on this continual state of researching this zenitude, this state of happiness and contempt. And so this inner war, and is the best answer to it would be the martial arts. Because I approach these conflicts with beauty. If I'm distracted or have problem to focus, or have problem running, or have problem with anything, it's a sign. Because so is lost the one that doesn't know what they're missing. Some people say that ignorance is a bliss, but I'm sure that all of us at one point or another have maybe met somebody who is extremely narcissistic or just in denial of what's wrong with this situation. They will just not hear it. And yes, this is to be taken with a grain of salt. If somebody comes in and makes an observation about you that displeases you, that's uncomfortable, it is your right to be skeptical about it. But if you have 10 people making to you the same observation, then this is something to be considered, and you need to look at yourself with modesty and kindness and say, hey, I really like this. I'm really good at this. Two filters to know if your current practice is helping you or not. I always like to repeat those. One of them is my ability to maintain relationships with others. How is my relationship with my parents, with my brothers, with my friend? Can I talk to the bus driver comfortably? Can I go grocery shopping without trembling? Can I maintain relationship with other human beings? It doesn't mean that I'm liking them, but can I be civic when I choose? Can I be next to other people with a certain amount of time by being comfortable with it? It doesn't mean accepting abuse. That's a completely different topic. But overall, how am I as an active citizen of this society? Do not get me wrong. Yes, solitude or time alone are extremely important to reflect, rest, evaluate, predict, forecast, or whatnot. But this life is meant to be lived, and without that social connection, your life is going to be kind of incomplete. It is possible. Some people are introverted, they like that. But you need to be very sincere with yourself. How am I doing? How long is my longest friendship? When is my newest friendship? And friendship doesn't mean that lovers forever or I tell them everything, but just kindness and sharing because you guys share a certain space, circumstances, or whatnot. So that's filter number one. Filter number two is how is the man and the woman doing in the mirror? When I look in the mirror, I look at my body. Am I having scratches? Am I forgetting things? Am I upset more than 50% of the time? Am I happy more than 50% of the time? How is my skin? How are my dreams? How am I doing? And there is character and personality. Personality is like, oh, she's kind, she's sweet, she's helpful, she's forgetful, she's all these character traits that can be very attractive and make you unique. But the moment those traits of character start halting and stopping your progress, it becomes a problem that needs to be addressed. And by that, your practice is what you repeat every day. You brush your teeth, that's a practice. Take a shower, that's a practice. You watch 1 hour worth of social media content before going to bed, that's your practice. You meditate, that's your practice. You fast, that's a practice. You eat at a certain time, that's a practice. Anything that has a pattern of being repeated every day. That's going to the gym once a week or 3 times a week can reap some benefit, but the practice is something that you live with, that's who you are. And another way to explain it is that the personality is how the way people perceive me. My character is what am I doing behind closed doors. And the first time I learned about that, I realized, oh my gosh, I'm really bad behind closed doors. I like to go into ruminating mode, or I like to go into hiding away from myself and things of the kind. And that's where my quest for those alternative methods of being able to face myself without shame became not a luxury, but a necessity. Because all the other people that were living the same fast-paced, go for the money, success, who cares, lifestyle, well, they started falling into pieces. Because when you sustain your nervous system of doing the opposite of the righteous thing, and I leave that for you to decide what is righteous or what is not, your nervous system, your body revolts. If you say, F this world, your body is telling you, okay, you're part of this world, so F that too. And lots of people, when they get to a point when they cannot understand their emotions or what's happening inside, they go into a mode of self-punishment. And I've seen that happening. People coming to the center and they have to train until it hurts. Because it hurts so much when they train that after it feels so good because there is no pain. That's one way to approach it. And lots of martial arts school use that approach. You know, I was in a temple, I'm not going to mention the name, but when people get injured, the shifus had little smirk on their face. And I was like, why? And they were like, well, they're learning. And yes, when you get injured, you can learn. But when you have somebody under your responsibility, you have at least the responsibility to convey the message. If you don't convey the message and they get hurt, you assume some of that responsibility. You don't complete your job. But if you convey the message and they decide to do something different, then there is relief. You know, and I'm going to go into a little bit of a tangent because this is a question that I've heard a lot over the course of the last 2 months. Is lots of people come in and say, "Oh, my friend is talking about suicide." Very dark subject. Yeah. When people talk to you about that, it is not your responsibility to save them from that. This is a red alarm. You need to stop everything you're doing and try to alert as many people as possible. In developed countries, there are suicide helplines. You can contact their parents. You can contact somebody, the teacher at school. You are not responsible to make other people feel good. You're responsible to be courteous, helpful, available, but you're also responsible to take care of other people. Are also to listen to other people. It's a trap. So when some people come to you with problems, you can try to use your intelligence, your database, your experiences, but there are limits. There are things that are alarming, that are shocking. If somebody tells you, "Hey, I'm gonna finish this movie. I'm just gonna commit suicide," laughing, this is no joke, you know. And you tell them, you know, we need to address it. Best thing. There's lots of resources, lots of people. The moment. Like when you're on that plane and the plane starts shaking, or in the boat and you think the boat is going to sink, or when you're running and trying to catch the train, or waiting for the results of your exam, within you, you ask. Within you, you have this little prayer for a good outcome. That's the least request you can have. Imagine good outcome and to take action. Whenever I see something wrong, I need to correct it with my words, with my actions, the least is with my thoughts, the least. And this completes the live Sufi talk for today, the first one on YouTube. We're going to see how we're going to do. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Welcome to Greta, our new member. We're very excited to have you here on this platform. We look forward to more. Please feel free to drop questions, follow, subscribe, share, and you're most welcome at Koom, Marrakech Martial Art Retreat Center in Morocco. Assalamu alaikum.